Imagine two people identical in every way sharing the same DNA, yet there's something incredibly unique about them: their fingerprints. Did you know that identical twins don't have the same fingerprints? Welcome to the world of identical twins, a fascinating biological phenomenon where two individuals share the same DNA. Yes, that's right. They're genetic duplicates of each other, born from the same fertilized egg. Identical twins are so alike that they often perplex their own parents with their indistinguishable appearances. But if you look closely, very closely, you'll find an intriguing exception to their genetic duplication: their fingerprints. Fingerprints, those tiny ridges and whorls at the tips of our fingers, are as unique as the individuals they belong to. No two fingerprints are the same, not even among identical twins. It's an astounding fact, considering that these twins share the same genetic code. It's almost like finding a distinct signature in a sea of identical photocopies. But why are fingerprints so important? Well, they serve as foolproof tools for identification. They're used in everything from criminal investigations to unlocking smartphones. They can reveal a person's identity with absolute certainty. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, fingerprints provide a reliable way to tell who's who. So it begs the question: if identical twins share the same DNA, then why don't they share the same fingerprints? It's a question that has puzzled scientists for years. There's a whole world of mystery hidden within these tiny ridges and patterns, and it's a mystery we're about to unravel. In the upcoming scenes, we'll delve deeper into the science of fingerprints, understand why twins don't share the same fingerprints, explore the uniqueness of fingerprints, and finally solve this twin mystery. So stay tuned as we embark on this exciting journey into the world of genetics and identity. If identical twins share the same DNA, then why don't they share the same fingerprints? Let's unravel this mystery. To understand this mystery, we must first delve into the science of fingerprints. Fingerprints are fascinating, aren't they? They're more than just smudges we leave on our touchscreens. They are unique identifiers, as individual to us as our DNA. But how do they come to be? What's the science behind these intricate patterns of ridges and swirls? Well, the formation of our fingerprints begins long before we're born, in the cozy confines of the womb. At just 10 weeks of gestation, the basic structure of the swirls and ridges that will eventually form our fingerprints starts to develop on our tiny, growing hands. But it's not just a matter of genetics. While our DNA does lay down the groundwork, it's not the sole architect of our fingerprints. Other factors come into play, specifically environmental factors in the womb. Let's explore this further. One of these factors is pressure. As the fetus moves and explores its surroundings, pressure is exerted on the skin, especially on the fingers. This pressure influences the pattern of the ridges and swirls. Blood flow is another contributing factor. Differences in blood flow and oxygen levels in the womb can subtly influence the development of fingerprint patterns. Finally, the position of the fetus in the womb plays a role. Depending on how the fetus is positioned, different parts of the skin may be exposed to different pressures and blood flow patterns. This, in turn, affects the final layout of the fingerprint. Each of these factors, pressure, blood flow, and position, interacts in complex ways with the genetic blueprint provided by our DNA, leading to a unique set of fingerprints for every individual. Even identical twins, who share the same DNA, will have different fingerprints due to these differing environmental factors in the womb. So, while our genetic code provides a blueprint, it's these environmental factors in the womb that shape our unique set of swirls and ridges. Now let's apply this knowledge to identical twins. Identical twins, or monozygotic twins, originate from one fertilized egg that splits into two. This means they share the same genetic makeup, or in other words, they have identical DNA. But when we consider their fingerprints, the story changes. Here's where it gets intriguing. Even though identical twins share the same DNA, they don't have identical fingerprints. That's right, their fingerprints are as distinct as their personalities. So what explains this paradox? The answer lies in the womb. When twins develop in the womb, they do so under different conditions. Even though they are in the same womb, they experience different positions, different blood flows, and different contact with the amniotic sac. All these factors contribute to the formation of unique ridge patterns on their fingers. You see, the process of fingerprint formation is not solely a genetic event. It's a complex interplay of genetics and environment. The genes lay the groundwork, dictating the general pattern of the ridges, but the specific details, the tiny twists and turns that make a fingerprint unique, are influenced by environmental factors. Each twin experiences a unique womb environment, leading to unique fingerprints. One twin might be positioned slightly differently, or might experience a slightly different blood flow. These minute differences, though seemingly insignificant, have a profound impact on fingerprint formation. It's as if nature is painting a masterpiece, using the womb as a canvas and the amniotic fluid as paint. The genes sketch the outline, but the final brushstrokes, the intricate details that make the painting one of a kind, are added by the unique conditions in the womb. This fascinating interplay of genetics and environment is a testament to the complexity of human development. It reminds us that even in the case of identical twins, with their shared DNA, individuality prevails. So the same DNA doesn't mean identical fingerprints thanks to the unique conditions in the womb. But just how unique are our fingerprints, you may ask? Well, let's delve into it. Imagine this. You're standing in a vast field, looking at a sky filled with stars. Each star represents a unique fingerprint. The number of stars in the observable universe is estimated to be 1 followed by 24 zeros. Now, compare this with the number of different fingerprint patterns possible, which is thought to be 1 followed by 60 zeros. That's a mind-boggling and almost incomprehensible number. So what does this mean? Simply put, the probability of 2 individuals having the exact same fingerprints is so minute, it's practically zero. In fact, even identical twins who share the same DNA have different fingerprints. This uniqueness arises from a combination of genetic factors and environmental influences during the development of the fingerprints in the womb. Now let's talk about how we use this unique characteristic. The distinctiveness of fingerprints makes them an invaluable tool in forensic science. Since the late 19th century, fingerprints have been used to solve crimes and identify individuals. From smudged prints left at a crime scene, to the clean set taken during a suspect's booking, every ridge, loop and whorl is scrutinized. These prints are then compared to millions of others in databases around the world. And it's not just crime solving. Fingerprints are also used in personal identification systems, such as unlocking your smartphone or accessing secure facilities. They're even used in immigration processes, providing a unique identifier that can't be changed or falsified. So the next time you look at your fingertips, remember this. You're looking at a pattern that's unique to you, a pattern that has never been seen before and will never be seen again. You carry with you a unique identifier, as distinctive as a star in the night sky. The chance of 2 individuals sharing the same fingerprints is astronomically low, making them a reliable tool for identification. So, there we have it, the answer to our twin mystery. Let's take a moment to revisit the captivating discussion we've been immersed in. We started our journey by delving into the intriguing paradox of identical twins. These individuals who share the same genetic makeup present us with a fascinating puzzle. They look alike, they often think alike, but when it comes to their fingerprints, they break the mold. We journeyed further into the science of fingerprints, illuminating the complex processes that create these unique patterns. Starting in the womb, as early as 10 weeks into gestation, these intricate designs begin to form. This process is influenced by a variety of factors, including blood pressure, nutrition, and the position of the fetus, resulting in an exclusive set of fingerprints for each individual. As we turned our attention to the relationship between twins and fingerprints, we discovered that even though identical twins share the same DNA, their fingerprints are distinct. This fascinating fact unravels the tightly woven tapestry of nature versus nurture, genetics versus environment. It's a testament to the powerful interplay between our genetic blueprint and the environmental influences that shape our identities. Our exploration of the uniqueness of fingerprints brought home the message that each fingerprint is a signature of individuality. No 2 fingerprints are alike, not even among identical twins. This uniqueness is not only a vital tool in forensics and biometrics, but also a stark reminder of our individual identity, even in the face of genetic similarity. In conclusion, the world of twins and fingerprints is a thrilling dance between genes and environment. It's a dance that crafts our individuality and paints a picture of our uniqueness. It's a dance that tells a story that's etched into the whirls and loops of our fingerprints. Next time you see a set of twins, remember they might look identical, but their fingerprints tell a different story. A story of individuality and uniqueness.